Okay, I should be ready to play some Dinoquake. Dinoquake, the demo that you can get on Steam. And this time you should be able to hear my voice. Okay, it's pretty loud. Lower the volume a bit. That'll make it better, maybe. So the first boss is actually quite easy, but originally it was a bit harder, and then I decided to make it easier to allow me to get used to the game. I'm happy you love the music. The more enemies you get into an avalanche, the bigger the combo and the points. So if you're playing for a high score, it's important to get as many enemies as possible in the avalanche. Okay, right now I don't have any date in mind for the next Super Cattails update because I'm working on the Tower 3D game. Okay, I'm gonna make the game quieter. Okay, let me know if it's better. Should be better now. So at first, this game Dinoquake was pretty much like Drop Wizard. So all the levels were, it was were linear, so a world after another. But then I decided to create these portals, so you could choose the next world to explore. And actually this game is right now part of the Steam Next Fest, and it's the first time I'm joining this type of event, and so far it's been quite nice. Meaning right now the game is getting around 100 wish lists per day, which is not huge, but it's quite nice. Okay, so Today I'm gonna tell you what the items do, because you can keep a few gems, and each one has got a specific power up. I wanted to get back to Mind Blast for Steam, but the thing is that that game is developed with Adobe Air, and there are some issues using that framework for PC games. A few issues that I haven't figured out yet. Okay, so right now there's a golden skull equipped, and this power up slows down the hurry up enemy. The enemy that shows up when you're stuck in a level for too long. So when you have this item equipped, the hurry up enemy is not showing, or it takes way longer for the hurry up enemy to show. Oh, if you draw some Dinoquake fan art, make sure to post it on the Discord server. Okay, about the Super Cattails update. I have new levels in the making that I started time ago. I also have a new cat, but I haven't showed you anything yet because I would like more content to be done before coming up with a new trailer, or you know. So I don't know, I hope to get back to Super Cattails Pause as soon as possible, but I need to change a few things with that game, because I cannot just publish it on mobile. It's not enough, because mobile is not doing as good as a few years ago. So I need to port Super Cattails Pause to Steam, I think, and maybe also, of course, update it on mobile. Dinoquake is launching next week, next Thursday, so 7 days. Okay, I'm gonna play some more Dinoquake. Keep in mind that if you want to play this game, there's a demo on Steam that you can just download for free, and then you can wishlist the game if you like it. Okay, the volume is a bit low. Do you mean the in-game volume or my voice? Because I can increase the game volume tiny bit. Now it's a bit louder. Dark matter appears in a lot of my games. There's gonna be some dark matter references in Dinoquake as well, but you need to unlock a special dinosaur to see dark matter. And the mobile version of Dinoquake, which is launching next week, is pretty much like the Steam version. The only difference is that the Steam version includes the multiplayer option. Okay, let's go this way. The red fox is one of the main enemies in Super Cattails Paws. And I guess she's doing fine right now. Okay, in this level there's a huge combo because you can get all these enemies at once. I'm gonna show you how, like this. Yeah, next week Dinoquake is coming out on Steam and mobile. Oh, and this is another item. This red Rubin, and this one makes me I don't take any damage from bullets like this one. No damage. And this power up, this item is especially useful in the last stages. The one at the end of the game. Oh, and this item here, the blue cross, gives you extra life at the end of each level. So this power up is very powerful, this item, because, look, now I have 3 lives and I'm gonna get a new one in a second. Here we go. So this item is very powerful. Yeah, the Steam version of Dinoquake comes with local multiplayer, but not the mobile version. In the mobile version, there's just the single player mode. Okay, we're done here. So I think I'm gonna try and play one more time. And I'm gonna read some of the questions. about the level creator of Super Cattails. That would be cool. It's something I've been pondering about, but there are some technical challenges like storing the levels somewhere on a server. So it's not easy. I think in Shovel Pirate there's just the monkey enemies that are found in Super Cattails. Apart from that, it should be all new sprites, or some of the sprites were from other games, like the skeletons from Yokai Dungeon. Oh, thanks. I'm reading some of the comments from Frog Boy. Thanks. Happy you like the game. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the canyon stage. Oh, and actually in Shovel Pirate there should be the Blackbird that is also in Super Cattails Paws, I think. Not sure if I remember correctly, but the Blackbird should be I don't know. Yes, there's you can change the difficulty in Dinoquake. There's an easy mode and a normal mode, and there's no boss rush mode. But maybe I'm gonna come up with an update and add this. Okay, now I'm gonna visit the swamp. And I was mentioning yesterday that the frog, the toad at the end of this, I mean the boss of this world, is quite difficult actually. It's one of the hardest to beat. Turnip. 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 Yeah, here we go. Because you know, this boss here can change level very quickly. See, and it's quite easy to get hit. So now yeah, they are the same type of frogs, I guess. If I remember correctly, the frogs in Shadow Trick should be blue. Yeah, I was planning to bring Drop Wizard to Steam because it's actually one of my favorite games, and I would like to adapt it to computer. And I'm not sure about Green Tower. Maybe I could port it to HTML5 or mobile. Yeah, in this game there's the blue dino from Super Cattails 2, the Triceratops. So maybe I'm gonna play some more and see if I can show you a few more things about the game. So the snake sprite in this game is the same of a shovel pirate, but actually I created this snake here earlier than in shovel pirate, because I started working on this game during the development of Super Cattails Pause, so I think back in 2022, and then I stopped because I wanted to finish Super Cattails Pause at least the first update, the launch of the game. And then I created Shovel Pirate with the red snake. But actually, as I mentioned, the very first snake I created was this one from Dinoquake. You know, sometimes I read comments about some people complaining that I recycle sprites. Well, that's true. It happens. Sometimes I draw them again, like the monkeys here. they are bigger than the one in Super Cattails. But you know, that's pretty much my style, so it makes sense for me to get some of my other sprites from other games and use them. Unless I work on a completely new game like Buffo Merge with a new style, so I can just create everything from scratch like I did in Buffo Merge. Yeah, I think Drop Wizard would be a great game to launch on Steam. As for Super Cattails 3, right now I have no plans for that. I think I should finish Super Cattails Pause first. At least complete the story and then move on with other games. Oh, thanks, I'm happy you like to see some of my recurring characters in more than just one game. Maybe I could. Yeah, maybe I can add a shrimp in Super Cattails Pause as you know, some in the fishing minigame. Okay, the wave effect, there's no shader. It's it's actually quite simple. I split the sprite in many different tiny lines, and then I shift them vertically, so I create this effect without any shader. But it looks cool, I think, and it's, you know, very old school effect. Okay, I'm gonna go to the jungle. But this Yoshi's Island effect here, this one is a shader. Okay, my favorite cat. I like Kuro. Maybe he's my favorite character from Super Cattails. Okay, now I have the green diamond, and this one increases my luck, so I should be able to get the R letter that I'm missing. Well, not anymore, because now I have another item. Okay, now it's getting tricky. Oh, got a life. Well. Ouch. Yeah, I'm answering questions. Yeah, it would be pretty cool to work on a new Mimelet game. Maybe I could make it in 3D. That would be awesome. But yeah, right now I would like to complete the Tower 3D game, because there's actually around 10 levels done. And, you know, I could add some more levels and call it a game. Okay, I'm gonna play some more Dinoquake for you guys. The game is a part of the Steam Next Fest, and I've been getting a lot of extra wish lists, which is nice. And the game is gonna launch next week on both mobile and Steam. As I mentioned earlier, the mobile version, I mean the Steam version, comes with a extra, you know, multiplayer mode, co-op multiplayer, and this is just in the Steam version, not the mobile one. That's the only difference between the Steam version and mobile versions of Dinoquake. That the Steam version comes with the local multiplayer. Yeah, Shadow Trick can be challenging. Yeah, as for the levels of the Tower 3D game, that's my first game made with Unity, so I think I shouldn't try to aim at something huge, because there's a lot of new things I'm learning about Unity. So maybe since it's my first game with this engine, I should just aim at something, you know, I don't want to say small, but something mid-size, not as big as Super Cattails. Yeah, the puzzle game with the cactus, it's pretty cool. Maybe I should have a game with that character. Yeah, the second boss in Shadow Trick is quite difficult, because you have a very narrow window to jump on the enemy before it disappears. It hides in the pot. I think the pilot should be the orange cat. Yeah, exactly. It's very difficult because if you want to get the last moon, you need to defeat the boss without taking any hits. So yeah, that's quite challenging. Well, if 20 levels is not enough for the Tower 3D game, maybe I should add some more. I don't know, 30. But as I mentioned, that's my first game made with Unity, so I don't want to overdo it. Because every day I'm learning new things. Okay, about the name of the commanders in Super Cattails 2, I don't remember why I chose those names, because I remember that first I wanted to each one to have a metal name, you know, like. But then of some element. But then I changed the names. And there's no connection between the names of the different commanders. Yeah, that's the design of the eel in Kirby. That's quite similar. Well, okay, I think this is it. I'm gonna stop here for today. You know, this is a special week because there's the Steam Next Fest and Dinoquake is part of it. So I thought about streaming me playing this game, and so hopefully some people can decide to wishlist this game. And yeah, I thought about answering some of your questions. No, Super Cattails 1 doesn't have a different creator. I mean, I'm the same developer. The only difference is that Super Cattails 1 was published by FDG. Which is a German publisher that also published my game Roll Rampage. The Roll Rampage I created for mobile back in 2012. Ghost Stole My Puppy is my first game, neutronized game, that I actually developed back in, oh gosh, it must be 2010, no, actually 2009, before Christmas. I was still working for a company as game developer, and at night I was working on Ghost Stole My Puppy because I wanted to work on my own games and stop working for that company. Then in February, I, uh, I basically stopped working for them and I started Neutronized. And then I was actually very lucky because I was able to sell a license of Ghost Stole My Puppy to, I think it was called Ninja Kiwi or something, which are the creators of that game with the monkeys and the balloons, Balloon Tower Defense or something. And they bought a license of Ghost Stole My Puppy. And that helped me a lot because I had no job back then, and that gave me some money to keep working on my games. And okay, one of the games that I enjoyed making the most is probably Super Cattails. I loved working on the first one, and working on Super Cattails 2 was very cool. And I also loved working on Drop Wizard because I was very inspired when I work on that game. But you know, each game I have a special memory. I was thinking that maybe next time I can show you some Dinoquake, actual Dinoquake, not the demo, but the full game, and show you some of the other characters. Yeah, every game is special. I actually enjoy each of my games. I mean, I love all of them. Oh, thanks. Drop Wizard is one of my favorite games as well. I think it's got one of the best bosses I've programmed, because each boss is quite original compared to the other bosses. They have unique mechanics. So I was very inspired when I worked on that game. Oh, thanks for playing my games, I appreciate it. Now there's a lot of talented indie game developers. So it's quite difficult to stand out because there's so many games. But I enjoy making games. It's what I've been doing most of my life, so I really appreciate it. you like playing my games. Actually, I don't remember much about the way I decided I picked the names for each of the commanders in Super Cattails 2. I wanted some names that sounded cool, and at some point I thought about giving names of minerals, but then I changed some of the names, you know, to make them sound quite different from each other. Yeah, I think platformer games are my favorite, but I've always liked to try new genres. In fact, I created Buffo Merge, which is quite different from my other games. And so I don't like to just make one style of games, like only platformers, but despite that, I think it's my favorite genre. Okay, I don't know what pause stands for. Maybe Patrol and Warfare Squad, something like that. And yeah, maybe I can stream some Super Cattails. Okay, I don't think Ollie is a pilot. I think the orange cat is the official pilot, because in Super Cattails Pause, the orange cat is in charge of piloting the helicopter. Well, yeah, it's not that I don't know, but I don't remember, because after a while I've been, you know, it's quite hard to keep track of all the decisions I took. But I should have some documents, some design documents with all the names, and maybe some notes that that explain why at least they would help me to remember why I picked those names. Okay, in Super Cattails 2 there's no Ice Dragon, no reason in particular, because the story, maybe the story is such that the cats explored the scenarios where there's no Ice Dragon. but just the fire dragon. This is why. It's not that I don't like the ice dragon in Super Cattails. Right now I've been playing some... I tried some of the demo from Next Fest. Then I play some arcade games like Metal Slug every now and then. Then I play some games on my DS and 3DS. I played some Kirby just the other day. I don't remember which one. It's on my 3DS. So in Super Cattails I like the green stage, the grass stage. It's actually my favorite. I don't know why, but when I design levels with grass, hills and trees, they come very naturally. Then I also like the canyon. This is why I decided to include it in Super Cattails Pause. It was actually difficult to design the snow stage in Super Cattails 1 and 2. And there's gonna be a snow stage in Super Cattails Pause. I was actually working on that, but I haven't showed you anything yet. Maybe just a tiny preview in one of my devlogs. As for the music, I love the music from the, I don't know, maybe the music from the canyon stage. No, actually I love the music from Ramal Town in Super Cattails 2. I really love that music. That's special. I think that village is maybe my favorite because it's quite mystic. You know, you explore that village, there's Lal that helps you to hide, and then there's the whole story, and then you can give some money to the guy playing the flute, and that's one of my favorite villages for these reasons. How do I deal with burnout? I just try to rest a bit. Sometimes it's difficult, but I just try to cool off on my own. Well, now that I'm talking about Super Cattails, you actually guys helped me to remember how much I like working on that game, and maybe I should get back full time on that. But as I mentioned, I would like to update, you know, to port Super Cattails Pause to Steam, because right now making a living out of mobile games it's very difficult. The revenue from mobile has decreased a lot, like a huge lot. So I cannot just update Super Cattails Pause for mobile and expect to be a financial success, because it's very easily not gonna happen. So at least I need to try to bring the game to Steam or elsewhere, so maybe more people can discover Super Cattails Pause, play it, and well, I don't have any specific feeling from, I mean, I enjoy, I mean, I don't, each country is fine. I mean, I don't focus on specific countries, like I don't want maybe, I don't know, people from, let's say, Europe to play my games more than other countries. It's the same. I don't have any opinions. I'm happy that people from all over the world play my games. That always makes me happy. Yeah, hello from France. Hi. Okay, I'm gonna play some more Dinoquake, maybe one last time before doing something else. Yeah, maybe I can play some Buffo Merge. Well, Buffo Merge was actually an experiment. It's a game I developed in 1 week, and I designed this game specifically for Poke. Because right now HTML5 games are doing quite well compared to my mobile games, so I wanted to launch a new game on Poke. And Buffo Merge was inspired by other merge games on Poke. Like, and I'm doing fine, thanks. So yeah, it's a game that I created in 1 week, then it took me another week to playtest, and it was very quick. I think my record in Buffo Merge must be something around level 30. Maybe 31, or I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of cool games on Poke right now. I actually wanted to go to the swamp stage, but, well, never mind. didn't know it was rated 5 out of 5. Maybe it's in a specific country. Like right now, Buffo Merge is doing much better on Poki than on mobile. And I hope that Google will feature the game on the Google Play Store, because that is gonna help me getting more downloads. And I bet Buffo Merge is the type of game that might actually do well on mobile as well, because there's some people that actually played Buffo Merge for 50 minutes straight. And that's actually not very common, so I hope that Google will eventually feature the game so more people will try it, and it's got the potential to do nicely, I think. Well, okay, I think this is it for today. Thanks so much for checking the stream, and maybe I'm gonna be back tomorrow for some more Dinoquake. Maybe I'm gonna play the full version tomorrow, showing you some of the new stages and some of the other dinosaurs. So thanks for so much for watching, and see ya.